What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Learn English Daily Podcast. I'm Max.
And I'm Lisa. Thanks for joining us again, friends. If this is your first time listening, welcome to the podcast where we help you learn English day by day.
That's right. Every day, a little English and a little bit of real talk. Speaking of that, Lisa, I have a serious question.
Okay, hit me.
Why is it that some days I feel like I can do anything? Clean the house, write a book, climb a mountain. And then on other days, I can't even get out of bed.
Oh, Max, you're not alone. We all have those days. Days when we feel super motivated and energetic, and then the opposite. Days when even brushing our teeth feels like too much work.
Yes, exactly. And what's weird is, I'm not doing anything, but I still feel tired. Like, how is that possible?
That's actually a common feeling. It's because our minds are active, thinking, worrying, making plans, but our bodies don't follow. It creates stress and frustration. It feels like we're fighting with ourselves.
Totally. I call it the lazy loop. You're lying in bed, feeling bad for lying in bed, which makes you stay in bed longer. Vicious circle.
Exactly. And the key problem here is motivation. People think they need to feel motivated first before they do anything. But motivation isn't always there.
Yeah. Some days it's strong, and other days it disappears like my socks in the laundry.
Haha, yes! Motivation is like the wind. Sometimes it blows hard and helps you move forward, but other times it's gone. If you only wait for motivation, you'll be stuck.
Oof, that hit me. So, what you're saying is, if I'm in a boat trying to get to another island and I just wait for wind, I might never get there.
Exactly. You might just float in the middle of the ocean, waiting. Or worse, you might never arrive. That's why we shouldn't just wait. We need to do something to move forward.
So what do I do if there's no wind? Like, do I jump in and push the boat myself?
Kind of. Maybe you start rowing. Maybe you use a paddle or build a small engine. The point is, take action. Even small steps matter.
Okay, I'm listening. But how do I get that action started without motivation?
Good question. The first key is, know your purpose. You need to know why you want to do something, not just how, but why.
Find your why. I think I've heard that before. Like, what's my personal reason for doing this?
Yes, and it has to be your own reason, not someone else's. For example, imagine you're crossing the ocean. It's dangerous. But if you know why you're going, maybe your family's on the other side or your dream job is there, you'll try harder to get there.
But what if I say, I'm crossing because my friends are crossing? Is that enough?
Not really. That's an external reason. It won't help you when things get hard. You'll start asking, why am I even doing this? And maybe you'll give up.
Yikes. That sounds too real.
Now think about someone who really knows what's on that dream island. They know what they want, and they believe it's important. Even when it gets hard, they keep going.
Okay. So when I have a goal, I need to ask myself, do I really understand what I'm doing and why it matters to me?
Exactly. Let's take a simple example. Say you want to start exercising. If your reason is to be slim, and when someone tells you, you look fine already, you might stop.
Ooh, yeah. That happened to me. I skipped the gym for 2 weeks after someone said that. Whoops.
But if you exercise because you know it's good for your health, your heart, your brain, your future, you'll keep going. You see it as something important for you, not just for looks or other people.
So real motivation comes from meaning, and meaning comes from within.
Perfectly said, Max. Your goals need to match your values, what you believe is important in life.
Wow. So maybe that's why some rich or successful people still feel unhappy?
Yes. Some people chase money or status but forget to ask, is this meaningful to me? Without meaning, success feels empty.
And on the flip side, I've seen people with simple jobs who look so happy. Maybe because they love what they do.
Exactly. Their work matches their values. That brings deep joy. And often they succeed too, because they enjoy what they do it well.
Man, that reminds me of Nadim Makarim. You know, the guy who started Gojek?
Yes, his original goal was simple: help motorcycle taxi drivers. People probably laughed at him.
Yeah, and now look, he built a whole company, changed lives, all because of that honest, simple purpose.
That's why we say, never be ashamed of your purpose, even if it seems small. Honest goals can grow into big things.
So, how do we find that purpose? Like, really find it?
Start by asking, what do I truly want? What matters most to me? What do I think is important? Not what others say, but me.
Oof, that takes honesty, and maybe a little courage.
Yes, but the more honest you are with yourself, the more powerful your motivation becomes, and it lasts longer. Now, Max, we've talked about knowing your purpose, your why, but there's something else just as important.
Ooh, what is it? Chocolate.
No, not chocolate. It's belief. You must believe, truly believe, that you can reach your goal.
Oh, you mean like have confidence?
Yes, but even deeper than that. I mean, really trust yourself. Believe that if something is in your heart, it's there for a reason. You want it because you're meant to have it?
But what if someone says, but Max, what if I fail? Isn't that being, too positive? Like, unrealistic?
Well, guess what? Life is already full of unrealistic things. Every day we prepare for the future. We study, we save money, we plan tomorrow. But do we know we'll see tomorrow?
Wow, that's true. I save for retirement like I'm 85 years old already. But yeah, no one guarantees tomorrow.
Exactly. We call that hope. And it's the same with your dreams. You believe in them, even if you don't have proof yet. That belief helps you take action today.
So, if I believe I'll reach my dream, I'll start moving now. But if I believe I'll fail, I'll do nothing and just feel meh.
So the real question is, which belief helps you more? Believing you'll succeed or believing you'll fail?
Okay, you got me. I'd rather feel excited and try than be stuck in fear and do nothing.
And even if you fail, that's okay. Because trying teaches you something. You'll get better. But if you do nothing, you'll regret it later.
Ugh, that wasting time feeling is the worst.
Yes. Some people fear stress or failure so much, they never start. But that kind of fear is what really breaks people. Not the trying, not the dreaming, but the not doing.
Lisa, that's deep.
Not doing breaks you more than failing. And here's something even more interesting. Our brains actually support what we believe.
Wait, what? Like magic?
Not magic. Science. It's called confirmation bias. It means your brain looks for proof of what you believe. If you believe, I can do it, your brain says, okay, let's find ways to do it.
Whoa! So my brain is like a detective. And it works for me when I believe in myself.
Yes. But if you believe I can't, your brain also agrees and finds reasons you'll fail. That's why belief is powerful.
This also explains why positive people often see more opportunities, and negative people only see problems.
Exactly. There's another idea called self-fulfilling prophecy. If you believe something will happen, you start acting like it will. And those actions often make it come true.
So if I believe I'll get the job, I prepare well, dress up, speak confidently, and boom, higher chance I get the job.
Yes. But if you think, I'll fail, you may not prepare, you speak nervously, and then you actually fail. Not because you couldn't, but because you believed you couldn't.
This is blowing my mind.
Belief pushes action. But here's the catch. Just believing is not enough. You must act.
Oh yeah, like I can't just say, I believe I'll run a marathon while lying on my couch with chips.
Exactly. That's not belief. That's fantasy. True belief leads to action. Even small steps matter. Start walking, stretch, build the habit.
So belief is like planting a seed, but you still have to water it, give it sunlight, pull the weeds.
Beautiful analogy, Max. Yes, belief is the beginning, but you still need to work for it. And when you do, motivation grows stronger.
Wow! I feel like I've just had a personal pep talk and a brain upgrade.
And we hope our listeners feel the same. So now, we'd love to hear from you.
What about you, listener? What's one goal you have in your heart right now?
And more importantly, what's your why? Why do you want it? Does it match your values?
Do you believe you can reach it, or have you been waiting too long for motivation? We'd love to see your answers. You can share them in the comments. All right, vocab time. Let's review some key words from today.
Number 1, motivation, the feeling or reason that makes you want to do something. Example, I have no motivation to study today.
Number 2, purpose, the reason you do something. Example, her purpose is to help others.
Number 3, belief, something you think is true. Example, his belief in himself helped him win the race.
Number 4, confirmation bias, when your brain looks for proof of what you already believe. Example, if I think dogs are scary, I'll only notice when dogs bark loudly.
And number 5, self-fulfilling prophecy, a prediction that comes true because your actions make it happen. Example, she thought she would fail the test, so she didn't study, and then she failed.
I love that phrase, self-fulfilling prophecy. It's like, believe it, live it.
Now, Max, here's the most important part. Just do it.
Ah, yes, the famous words from the running shoe people. But really, just do it?
Yes. Understand this. Motivation comes from doing, not the other way around. Don't wait to feel motivated. Start first, and the motivation will come.
Whoa! So it's like action creates the feeling, not the other way?
Exactly. Positive actions create positive feelings. That gives you energy for more action. It becomes a healthy cycle.
Like, when I try something scary, at first I panic. But once I just do it, I realize, hey, I can do this. And then I feel good.
Right. But when you hesitate, fear grows. The more you wait, the more fear controls you. Action breaks fear. That's why I love this quote. Action is the antidote to fear. Hesitation feeds fear.
Yes, and even a tiny action helps. Like standing up, taking one step, writing one sentence.
That's the key. Small steps. When you're scared, don't try to be perfect. Just take the smallest action you can. That's still a win.
I like the idea of making a list of things I do, even small stuff. Like, brushed my teeth, check. I already feel accomplished.
And that's backed by research. Studies show that checking off tasks, even tiny ones, boosts your mood and energy. It builds a positive habit. Start today. Woke up early. Write it down. Exercised 5 minutes. Check. Helped someone? Check. Even sweeping your room counts.
Right. Some people struggle just to get out of bed. If you're already doing something, even small, you're on the way.
Exactly. Action over emotion. Even if you feel lazy, afraid, or doubtful. Act anyway. Don't wait to feel perfect.
It's better to do something small today than to keep planning the perfect day that never comes.
Yes, and don't fear failure. Failure isn't the enemy. It means you tried. You learned. You grew.
So, failure is like a badge of honor.
Yes, because you faced your fear and moved forward. That's real strength. And if you want to stay consistent, schedule your actions.
Plan it like, tomorrow 7 a.m., I walk for 10 minutes.
Exactly. What, when, where, how long. Make it specific. And if you fail, fail fast, try again. Like babies learning to walk. They fall, stand up, fall again, and still keep going.
Babies don't give up. Why should we?
That's the spirit. As adults, we're afraid of failing because we think it means we're not good enough. But that's not true. Failure is part of learning.
Okay, let's wrap this up with the magic recipe.
The 3 keys to real long-term motivation are: have a purpose, know your why, believe, trust that you can succeed, take action, start, even if you feel scared or lazy.
Simple but powerful. Purpose, belief, action.
And remember, motivation isn't your final goal. It's just fuel. Your true goal is that dream, that purpose you started with.
And more important than motivation is discipline. These steps help build it, along, with self-love, positive thoughts, and less judgment.
Exactly. Don't be your biggest critic. Be your strongest supporter.
So to everyone listening, start today. Write down your why. Believe in it. Take a small step. You got this.
That's all from us today. We hope this episode helped you think differently about motivation.
If you liked it, share it with a friend who needs a boost today. And don't forget to follow our podcast so you never miss an episode.
Yes, we'll talk about habits, routine hacks, and staying on track even when you feel overwhelmed.
And next episode, we'll talk about how to stay consistent, even when life gets crazy. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. Until then, stay kind to yourself. Believe in your purpose and take action, even a small one.
See you next time on Learn English Daily Podcast. Learn English
day by day.